glory may enter.
Wonderfully privileged to have Seth Mokitimi's daughter with us and a number of members of the family, including Grace, the granddaughter, who led us a moment ago. From the beginning, those of us involved in the concept and birthing of the seminary have believed that place matters, that people are shaped not only by ideas, but by the spaces that surround them. It has been our earnest prayer that those being formed as ministers of the gospel here will experience their formation in a place of beauty and devotion, so that even when the lectures are silent and before a single prayer is uttered, simply by walking around this place, its walls and gardens, its recollections of great and holy people, its quiet sense of sacredness, its reminders of Jesus will speak just as strongly as any words of God's claim upon our lives. If, when you enter this place, you think of God, we will have done our work. If, when you move about, you are more deeply convinced that you serve this God by best serving God's world, then we will have done our work very well. Places and communities like this are made holy, not just, of course, by days of dedication, but by the story they tell.
Tireless efforts, inspirational leadership, profound courage, and supreme diligence of the Reverend Peter Story, which more than any other has led to the founding of Sept Mokitimi Methodis Seminary and the construction of this magnificent campus. It gives me joy today to convey the unbound admiration and gratitude of the Methodist people for a task completed beyond all expectations, and therefore to say, well done, good and faithful servant. In recognition of Peter's unique contribution to the founding of Sept Mokitimi Methodist Seminary, I am privileged to announce the establishment of the following as a permanent commemoration of his contribution and achievement. Firstly, the Peter Story Annual Memorial Lecture with the theme Opening Doors to a Transformed Future, which will be held around the anniversary of the opening celebration annually. Secondly, we will have the Peter Story Award to be given annually to the exciting seminarian who, during the course of his or her stay at Sept Mokitimi Seminary, has exhibited the highest caliber of devotion to duty, diligence, moral character, courage, and leadership potential.
I am a preacher, and therefore I preach. Anytime I'm invited to give an address, as I've been so generously honored to do today, before very long I begin to sermonize. I offer very little apology for this. My calling to preach is deeply etched into my psyche and my spirit. It is part and parcel of my spiritual DNA. And this afternoon, as I endeavor to describe the magnificent vision and unique substance of SMMS, as I endeavor to articulate the birth of an incredible idea and the fulfillment of an immense vision, as I endeavor to communicate why this truly is a sacred place in service of a colossal purpose, as I endeavor to share with you the great sacrifice, commitment, generosity, and dedication that underlies this historic day, I pray your indulgence. I will speak, but be sure about it, I will also preach. And so I've entitled this address, stroke sermon, Building on the Rock.
From the faculty, staff, and students at Duke Divinity School in Durham, North Carolina, the United States of America, your covenant brothers and sisters, not only in Jesus Christ, but also in a special way as a result of a relationship that was inaugurated now a decade ago and has flourished in those years since. It actually began 13 years ago. I had recently become the dean of Duke Divinity School, and one Peter Story had come to preach at Duke Chapel. And over dinner, when he had mistaken me for a divinity student, he was a little surprised when this student invited him to join the faculty of the Divinity School. He politely and somewhat bemusedly said he would consider it. When he finally figured out that I actually had the authority to offer that to him, he asked for a further conversation. I told him that I didn't want just him to come and spend some time in our faculty, but I wanted him to help establish a relationship between the Methodist Church of Southern Africa and Duke Divinity School. We knew that Peter would have